Okay, everybody, this is our last of the 3 videos on ozone and UVB. And again, I'm not going through how to do ozone and UVB from start to finish. I'm more focusing on the actual machines, right? And how you use them, how you set them up. So we'll just use our imaginations here a little bit with pretending like we have an IV bag with our blood and our ozone in it already, that it's been spiked and not primed yet, just spiked, okay? So this is your UVB machine, I should say UVI machine, GHL 3000. Very hard to find information on the internet about this guy, but he is #1 choice for UVI machines, ultraviolet blood devices. He's very powerful, and so we got a good machine here. But the way this is going to work is after you have primed your blood, after you've spiked your IV bag, you want to attach to the IV tube the quartz cuvette. This is basically another piece of IV tubing, but it's special because it has this glass piece here, which is what we put inside the machine, okay? And the lights, the UVB, UVA, and UVC lights are going to hit the blood as it travels through the tubing. And right in here, the blood's gonna go right through that glass piece, and it's gonna be surrounded by the ultraviolet lights. And that's where it's gonna do all of its benefit. So let's just say that we had IV tubing. You notice there's one end of this extension set that's shorter than the other. This one, it's hard to tell, but it's much longer, okay? So the shorter end, this side, this is what you're actually going to attach to your tubing, okay? And then it just makes the tubing way longer, and this end is the one that's going to go into the patient's IV catheter, so, right? That will be attached to the catheter. So the reason why we don't prime it first is because we want all of the blood to hit the UVB lights. And if you prime it first all the way down to the end, then you've lost you've lost some milliliters of blood being able to hit the lights. So before you actually prime it, go ahead and open the door, and you're gonna see a reflector on the top and then the bulbs on the bottom, okay? Let's see if I can get this right. The red bulbs, and by the way, these are all 12-inch bulbs. The red bulbs are UVC lights. The gold-colored bulb with the gold on the end, that's going to be a UVA light. And then, I don't have it yet because I had to order it, but the UVB bulb is blue, okay? And so you actually get one of each color inside this machine, and I just don't have the blue right now, but normally, so that you guys know the right way to do this, there's places in here for 3 bulbs, you can see. One's kind of down on the bottom, and then 2 are on the top. Go ahead and always put the C, the red one, on the bottom, and then on the top you'll put an A, and then the blue bulb, the B bulb up here. So again, red on the bottom, gold and blue on the top. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. So as soon as that comes in, I'll switch it out. And the way to switch them, basically you turn the bulb and it'll come out of its housing, right? So you can, so hard to do with the camera, hang on. Okay. So you just kind of fit it in there and rotate it until it clicks, and they'll stay in place, okay? So anyway, once you have those bulbs in place, which you're never going to take them out, and you're not going to take them out for a very long time. Basically, those bulbs are good for 300 hours of having the machine on. And every ozone with UVB treatment is an hour. So, which makes it easy, which makes it 300 treatments. And then you'd need to change out these bulbs. So you guys will have to figure out how you want to keep track of that. I was thinking a hash mark for every on an Excel spreadsheet maybe, just noting every single UVB infusion that's done every day or every week, however you want to do it. But there, you'll have to figure out some way of keeping track of that, because if you do go over the 300 hours, then you're jeopardizing the integrity of, you know, what's going on here. So, like I said, say the patient's sitting in that chair over there, right? I'd probably flip my tubing so that the nice long end that's going to go into the patient lies over there. And all you want to do to get it in its housing, forgive me, because it's hard to do this one-handed with the camera, but you're just clicking this piece right in there on both sides. Okay, let's see, right, let's see, I want it to be clear, there we go, right, like that, click it right in. Okay, and as long as it's secure on both sides and you've got the glass tubing inside the reflector, then you're good. And then you'll close it and you turn it on. All 3 lights. If these 3 lights don't come on, it's not working. Okay, so always make sure the lights are on. You can hear it roaring. And now that it's in its housing and now that the lights are on, now you want to go ahead and prime your IV tubing. So again, this would be attached to your blood tubing. Go ahead and open your roller clamp and get the whole entire thing primed all the way through the lights down to the end. And then go ahead and attach it to the patient and start your infusion. Okay, hopefully that was clear, you guys. Thanks so much.